see if this works. Something went weird. Well, it says we're live. I'm not sure why it said it failed to update something, but I guess we are. I guess we're live. All right. Well, let's try this out. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bob Plays Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary Difficulty. We are going to play the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And for those of you who are wondering what happened to my Japanese episode, well, the game updated and it got eaten. So much for that. I was hoping to take on the Brits and attack Australia, but I've been really busy with work, and I guess I skipped a few weeks, and the update snuck up on me. So let's see if this works. So here's what we got. We have... we're going to do Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the reason is because this is like the worst place imaginable, in my opinion. Whenever I'm fighting other countries, whenever Austria declares war on me, I'm like, whatever, it's just Austria. They're stuck in the middle of nowhere. They're surrounded by Russia and Germany, which are big countries, and I just learned something cool. I can click this thing. Click, there we go. And we can see map borders. Isn't this awesome? I was always wondering how people figured that out, and I did a little bit of Googling, and here we are. So, first things first, who likes us? So if we look at, here we are down probably at the bottom. We are at the very bottom. We are a constitutional monarchy, which means we get more naval budget, but our economy grows slowly, which sucks. We get some income, some military power, and we get some unrest. That's not bad. Compared to Japan, which is the same thing. Except Japan... Wow, they get a lot of negative GDP growth. I was thinking of playing Spain, because Spain kind of starts in a crappy position. The US is badass. China, yeah, their economy doesn't grow very well. Italy, same position as me, except because we're on legendary difficulty, they get more stuff. Russia, they get more stuff. Germany... France, Britain. Wow, Britain gets a lot of everything bonus. They're pretty badass. All right, so right now, people are sort of indifferent. We're gonna want to be nice to Russia because I don't want Russia to come in and kick my ass, because that's gonna be terrifying. So let's try and improve relations with Russia. As far as finances go, we need to get a bigger shipyard always. We need to max out our transport capacity. We need to max out our tech budget, which we can't do unless we want to run negative. So we're going to creep that up a little bit as we can. That's not bad. All right, we need to build our initial starting ships. We're going to start with a battleship because we need the hardest things to build later on. I want to make these as big as I can make them. They don't need to go far. And we're going to shrink this down so we can get maximum displacement. And we can get 10,500. So let's see here. Let's try a -1. No. -1.5. It's a little too much. -1.48. Bingo! Right there. Alright. So this makes it as big as possible, and the reason we're doing it this way is I can, later on as I get bigger shipyards, I can increase the beam and draught and make it a bigger ship with more stuff. This isn't really gonna really help me that much. Let's try the unbalanced. I saw Stealth Gaming do unbalanced. We're gonna try that. Crappy steam engine, crappy steam steering. We're gonna go for compound armor, which actually makes me heavier, but that's okay. Because the iron plate is balls, and this is better. So we're gonna go with better. We'll go Citadel 1. Alright, so how fast we are going. We're going garbage speed. Oh my. Alright. We need a tower. It's the best tower we got. We could put it in here, which would be interesting. If I were to put the tower back a ways, can I put anything? I can't really put anything up here. I might be able to cheese ball a barbette. Usually those things, you put something like that up there. So you can sometimes cheese ball some barbettes, and you can't put anything on that. You put a secondary gun up there, so that's a possibility. So we can do something maybe a little bit cheesy like that. We can stick you there. These are all Mark I guns, and these are just awful guns. You could put... There's usually a way to kind of cheese a bigger gun onto this. Oops, I don't want a side gun. I want a centerline gun. So we could do 9-inch gun like that, and we could upgrade it later. We could do... I could fit a 12-inch. That would be pretty cool. Realistically, this is going to be just sort of a garbage ship that we're going to upgrade later. And we could try some, like a big 12-inch. Those are going to be... We want to really get to the Mark II guns. These have such a short range. Let's see if we can get a barbette for back here also. Can we turn you around? There we go. Can we scoot? I really want to scoot you back. Let's go with some big funnels. Oops, I don't want you there. I want you to be back. There we go, right there. That's we got good engine efficiency like this though. Go 16 knots, 18 knots. So 18 knots it is. So that's not awful. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful. And I'd love to be able to fit... Oh, no, there's a fly trying to get in my tea. That's awful. That's a war crime. So we can move these things around to help balance things out. Secondary tower. A minimal rear tower has... The spotting doesn't matter because we're going to do our spotting off the main tower, which is 3150. Rear tower 1. What's the benefit of these? These are heavy, get long range accuracy and base accuracy, which is pretty good. Damage control. Whereas these have 1.4. So basically we're getting more accuracy if we go with a bigger rear tower. And we get more damage control, which is probably... That is a big honking tower there. If we went with a minimal tower... Oh, if we went with a minimal tower, I could stick you here. And then I could put... We could do something kind of cheesy like this, maybe. Can I fit? Alright, so let's see if we can do something kind of cheesy like this. So what I want to do, I'm going to start with secondary guns. We can go 4-inch guns. Like that. Am I being cheesy? Yes. Am I ashamed of it? No, not even a little bit. And then for main guns, these things are going to be pretty awful for now. I mean, I could go with the 12-inch guns. These have a... We're going to be engaging probably about 5,000 meters, because it's 1890, and life is kind of awful if you're a warship trying to hit things at a distance. So, at 5,000 meters, these have a 1.9 accuracy, 1.5, 1.1, and 1. So it's not really that big of a difference. This has a rate of fire less than 1 round per minute, so 68 seconds, and this has almost twice the time to reload. This does 70-88, high explosive. I think I want to just go with volume of fire. We're just gonna, because we're gonna mostly be fighting smaller ships for now. There we go. So this is very not 1890s like design, because we've got all turrets. That's pretty awesome. Let's go with a barbette. Thank you. And we're going to increase our gun size to get some accuracy. .2, and these guys, this isn't bad. Alright, so can I stick... I could put some smaller guns. Those won't fit, but what I can do, I can get these little 2-inch guns. And... let's go make them a little bit bigger. And so these 2-inch guns are going to be good for just peppering small ships. I can also put some around here. Alright, this has a lot of forward weight that we're going to have to deal with. And let's go get some more. There we go. So we have still way too much forward weight. Now to offset that, we can futz around with armor. We could also put a rear torpedo launcher, which will drop the weight, the forward offset by a bit. We can go some casemate guns. We'll go with like 4-inchers. And let's go and lengthen these. And those are not very useful firing arcs. And we're starting to get kind of heavy in what we're trying to do here. So I don't really like it that much. But we got to have the ship reasonably balanced. I can't put any more... Can't put anything else here. Torpedo size. If I were to increase the... That helped a little bit. And now we're going to be going for some rear armor. And that's about as good as we're going to get, probably. This thing I can try, and I can't really scooch it anywhere. So this is about as good as we're going to get. If we want to have... we got to increase the deck so we get some stability, because we are super unstable right now. And Let's go with like 6 inches. And that helps a little bit. Let's go for some main belt. Our conning tower. Oh, that's overweight. So this is pretty awful. I mean, as far as the pitch and the roll, that's not good. But it's 1890, and it's our first ship. And at 5,000 meters, this thing's a reasonably okay-ish kind of ship. Now this torpedo launcher here that we stuck, that's only 14 tons. It's not really that. Now another option is I could try and put heavier back guns. But I think this is probably okay enough. And I could have also reduced the front, you know, the front armor a little bit and tried to get can I have gotten extra secondary? I could put another secondary gun here. That's gonna kind of knock me over on the weight. I think I'll hold off on that. This is okay. This is a very okay ship. So we need to think of a name. We're gonna call this. Oh, what the hell do we, I definitely don't want to call it Richardus. That seems kind of weird. It's gonna be basically our Guardian battleship. This thing's gonna just hang out close to port, and it's just gonna try and protect our dudes. So that's what we got. It's a very okay-ish starting ship. All right. So the plan's going to be we are going to build as many of these battleships as we can. We're going to try and control the Eastern Mediterranean. We're going to try and make nice with Russia. How much money we have? We have 153 million, which I don't know if that's going to get very far. We got 25, 50, 100. So we can build 5 of these, which isn't great, but that's what we got. Won't let us go into debt. We are about $1 million short. All right, so 153 million. That's what we got. All right, so what port do we want to put these in? I don't know if it matters because they're all basically the same. Cataro, Splato, and Paula. So we'll put them in. We'll put them in Splato. There you go. You guys can go hang out there. So we got 24 million left. So let's see what we can do about maybe like a light cruiser for hunting down enemy things. That light cruiser, that is not what I'm used to seeing on a light cruiser. What's this belted cruiser? That's a little more like it. So this has a stability of 41, and that has a 55, 45, 19. So this is faster. I don't really want to go with. This can only be up to 4,000 tons. A hybrid light cruiser. That's slow. Because I can go 19 knots. Maybe. And 19.5 knots. I mean, this right here might be this might be the best we can do. Let's how big can we can make this up to 4,000 tons. Negative 11.5. Whoops. There we go. So that is, what's the stability on this thing? Stability 30, but it moves fast, and we can put, it's technically an armored cruiser, so we could put, some stuff on it. Funnels, we can go standard funnels. We're going to want to make this thing probably as fast as we can make it. Um, 18 knots, that's as fast as it's going. That's... We can give it a short range, but I really need it to go intercept things. Alright, so... if we put these here... And let's go with 8-inch guns. And let's go make these as big as we can make them. So they work. Okay, so that's... But the pitch and roll is awful. This thing's going to capsize. So we need to give it armor. Let's give it a main deck of 6 inches, as much as we can. So that's giving it some... This thing is such an... Look at that awful... goodness. This is way too heavy now. So we're going to cut the range. And this is a pretty awful ship. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This thing kind of sucks. Trying to make it as stable as I can, but it's just not... It's just not going to work. I mean, I guess if I can... What's the penalty for having such a bad pitch? Oh my goodness. This thing's gonna be so inaccurate. Alright, so... I could try to drop the... Well, no, the 8-inch guns really help. Let's see if we can make these... they don't. All right. Or let's take that and we'll stick you here. And we'll put... Put a secondary gun there. I don't need to do that. I mean, having some extra secondary guns up here wouldn't be awful. That puts me over tonnage, though, by like 10 tons, but I do need the secondary guns. I could drop the... There we go. Alright, so this is 7.5 million for a kind of crappy show. I always got a forward offset. This is probably... This is good enough. It's 1890. These are going to be garbage ships. We'll just call it... This is my patrol ship. Oh, this thing's so awful. It is so awful. I don't know what to do. It's so awful, but okay, whatever. Alright, we'll build a couple of these. I think I can build like 3 of them probably, and we'll call it a day. But they're going to mostly be hunting down... How did that build one of these? What the... I've got 16,000. So I want to build one of these. There we go. All right, so these guys are going to be in Cataro. How much money do I have left? I got 1 million. I could build like a torpedo boat or something, but it's not going to do me any good. And then I need to drop my tech budget down so that I don't go bankrupt until I can build up these transports. So that's what we got. All right, let's save the game. Here we go, and now we are beginning, and I can go and jack this up a little bit. All right, let's do this. Eventually I need to specialize my research in more, like speed and stuff and engines. That'll be important early on. But right now I'm just trying to build a general... Yeah. Alright, new sea passages. And we got some bonuses with Russia. Who else do we need to be nice to? We need to be nice to Germany, because I don't want to fight these two guys, but Italy will fuck with early on. So, Germany, please don't do bad things to us. Italy likes us okay, but we'll see how that changes. Alright, so research. So we need to beef up engine research. That is super important. And I need to eventually get forced boilers. So we're going to focus on those two things. And then... and armor. Armor's not the end of the world right now. So these are what we really need to focus on. And then as we have a little bit more money, we will... because as we increase our economy, we'll slowly gain some extra surplus. And as far as ships go, as far as our fleets, we are going to be doing limited, because you're already pretty green. And that'll save us a little bit of money also that we can dump into tech. There we go. Just don't mind me, little Austria, hanging out, not doing anything. Yeah. Alright, let's keep being nice to Russia, because I don't want them to get mad at me for anything. And yeah, no, there we go. And Germany, where are you at? Germany likes me a little bit, so that's going to be good. I guess it's really the central Mediterranean that we really have to worry about. Alright, we're just going to keep on being nice to the big countries that would otherwise squish us. There we go, slowly bringing up our tech. Yep, the beginning of the game is kind of dull, but it's super important because we have to get our transport capacity. Our unrest is okay, so that's the good thing. We're at 129%, so that's okay. Our economic growth is sitting at 8.5%. It's not great, but it's all right. So none of this is fantastic. And we're going to have to go with kind of a small fleet, just because impossible, you know, the legendary difficulty, they have bigger economies than we do. Demonstrate our power, conducting naval drills. What the hell are we doing close to Chinese waters? That's stupid. No. So that's dumb. And that's doesn't really do anything. So I don't care if we have bad relations with China. Let's get more money. Because if China goes to war with us, it doesn't really matter that much, because they have no way of getting to us, really. Just keep on working on being nice to Russia, because they are big and on our border. But we're going to probably start by picking on Italy. We have new boilers. I would like to order a... let's see here. I mean, this would be kind of profitable. It'll take me 14 months. I don't really have the money for that right now. I mean, we could do it, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to. We need to make an export ship. So I think that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to make some export destroyers. Um, so let's see here. Let's make a new design. One of the viewers suggested this idea, and I think it's a lovely idea. We'll go with a torpedo boat that is make it 275. At 30 knots, it needs a tower, needs a gun, and it needs some funnels. That's 2 funnel capacity, 2.5, and 5 funnel capacity. So we're going to go with kind of move these back a little bit. These are going to be just garbage destroyers. We don't really care how good they are. Just for patrolling the water. And doesn't really do much extra good by having that there. It doesn't do any good either. I mean, it's an expensive ship. It's not... I have no way of putting armor on it. I give it extra torpedoes. Put those there. And we can always put a 4-inch gun on it and just say screw it. And this makes it very forward heavy, but it's expensive. And we'll just call this export garbage. This is my export garbage torpedo boat that goes very fast. It's 500,000 and it won't take up a lot of tonnage, and it'll be good for shooting up transport ships. And that's about all it's going to be good for. There we go. Make it reload a little faster, and all right, I think that's fine. This is as least bad as we can make it. The other option would be to put a gun turret in the back. So if I were to put you up here, my mouse is being weird. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if I can put a barbette, but we'll try. No, it doesn't give me any options for barbettes. Let's just take you off, and if I were to have a 4-inch gun back here and there, I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Because this weighs 27 tons, this only weighs 3.1. Alright, so I guess that's not, I mean, it's pretty awful. Let's be real, it's pretty awful. But this is my export garbage, and we will use that for exporting to countries that want to buy my stuff. Because it won't take up a lot of space in the shipyard, and it's fast, and it'll serve a purpose for hunting down enemy transports. So I think that's probably worth it. Alright. So let's just keep on. We got our better armor. Keep making Russia like us a little bit more. We're at 148%, so that's good. We're getting there. Poor little Austro-Hungarian Empire is just a tiny little country. And then once we get some better engines, we also need to work on... no, I don't want to sell you a Guardian. It's going to take too long. Buy my export trash. I need to eventually get some better big gun technology, so I have some level 2 guns, but that'll be good enough. Please don't provoke me. No, be nice to me. Be nice to me. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. 156, so we're slowly getting our transports up to par. Triple expansion engines. I don't want to sell you Guardian. So, our economic growth rate's still not fantastic. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. Alright. And then let's make... Where's Germany at? Please be nice to us, Germany. And I want to try and upgrade my ships before I pick a fight with Italy. Because maybe I can go take... I'd love to take Sicily. Patrol class heavy cruiser. Those are kind of garbage also. I really don't want to... It's about halfway done. It's getting... We're slowly getting there. Slowly getting to where we need to be. Because I really don't want to get into a land fight with one of these big countries, because they will smush me. It's too bad you can't play the Ottoman Empire. That would be a pretty badass country to play, because these guys are pretty chunky. But I guess they never had a big naval presence. Yeah, this right here is why I would edit the videos, because all this just dead time in between. Yeah. Alright, so Netherlands likes us. There we go. Russia, that worked. So Russia's almost liking us better. There we go. No, that's good enough. Nope. Yep, just keep being nice to Russia. So we are working on Mark 1 13-inch guns, which is totally not anything that I need. I really need to get some sort of Mark II guns. Now what I could do is I could shift my focus, actually. And maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe I shift my focus and not worry about these and worry about just getting... I want to get Mark II 2-inch guns and Mark II 9-inch guns, and that way I'll have some effective... We're going to do that. We're just going to power through... As much as I'd like my ships to go faster, I need more accurate weapons before I get into a fight with Italy. That sucks. I don't care about naval prestige, and so let's just be nice and blame it on the weather. So this is coming along nicely. And so now we're going to start making some progress. So just be a little bit more patient. Yeah, the initial start's always kind of boring because you're not really getting into fights yet because you're doing all your prep work. But the prep work's really the most important part. If you don't set the ground... There we go. Export garbage torpedo boats. Yes. Buy some. It'll net me $1 million. Go for it. Alright, so... Research is going well. Because the Mark II guns are a big improvement over the Mark I guns. Alright, that didn't work. That's okay. We're just going to keep on pressing forward. Our economy's starting to grow, so we're going to be okay. We've got a positive monthly balance now. So things are moving in the right direction. Yeah, people are provoking it. There we go. Germany, successful with Germany. Let's try and make Russia like us more. 184%. We're still maxed out at this 8.4% economic growth, which is, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you know, most countries are happy with 5% economic growth, but it's not great. Yep, here we go, the Mark II 2-inch guns. Those are going to be important. Alright, just export garbage. Yes, have some export garbage. And let's try and... So Russia likes us a little bit better now, so that's okay. Germany's solid. We're solid with Germany. So England doesn't like us, and France doesn't like us. It's not the end of the world. Let's piss off Italy a little bit. And let's take a quick look here. Italy would be the first logical choice if we can go and do some invasion into them. How tough is Italy? Italy has army logistics of 15%, and my army logistics is 6%, so that's not good. They would probably win in a fight. But I could probably blow up their ships, and they've got some stuff that I could try and take, but I don't have 100,000 tons of ships, do I? I've got 64,000 tons of ships. So let's make. I'm not worried about France. If France gets mad at me, they don't share a border. They can't invade me. So it'd be a naval fight. So we'll just leave it alone. War between China and Japan. Oh, there's a big surprise. Yeah, we just want to keep on making Russia like us. And there we go. We got the better guns. Nope, you're not getting that. We'll piss off Italy just a little bit. Alright, so this is almost there, and that's almost there. So we're getting there. Because we want our battleships ideally to have Mark II 9-inch guns. We want them to have the Mark II 2-inch guns. And let's see here. Press accuses us of delays. No, it's I don't want to ruin my GDP. I'll just blame it on the politicians. China wants us to defector. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Nope, no battleships for you. And make Russia happy. There we go. 195, we're almost there. I don't need to worry as much about the extra small gun, although it would be nice to get some bigger, like the Mark II 3-inch guns and 4-inch guns. But we'll shift back to engines here before too long. And then our initial targets will be... Nope, not selling that to you. I want to grab these islands to be good bases to control the Mediterranean. And so that'll be kind of where we will increase the tension with you. 198, so you're almost there. The next guns are going to be Mark II 10-inch guns. That's good enough. That would be fine. Mark II 10-inch guns would be just fine. I would like the Mark II 3-inch guns also. It's not the end of the world. And then we'll start working on engines some more. But yeah, this is why I generally will edit, the videos, just because there's a lot of just boring stuff. So I really want more economy. But I don't want to lose my naval funds, and that's a bit of a hit. I really don't want to do that either. I really need the GDP growth. We're going to take the hit and go for the long term. And then continue making nice with Russia, because if Russia gets into a fight with Germany for us, that would be lovely. Alright, so here we are at maximum transport capacity. So now we can drop this down to 0. That saves us a bunch of money. And that is good. We are in good shape now. So, big guns will be coming along soon. Small guns eventually. Special machinery. That'll come along here before too long. Alright, so we're going to get the we're going to get the 10-inch guns. There we go. And increase tensions with Italy. Alright, so now we can slow off on that. We're going to go back to engines. So I really want to get better engines before I rebuild the battleships. This is going to take me a little bit more time. But we're having, alright, what's this? Somebody from, I don't know who he is, which doesn't matter, no comment. Let's be nice to them. International Weapons Convention. No, I don't want to do that. That gives us more money, and I think we want money. Alright. Make nice with Russia some more. Alright, our hull strengthening's coming along. Small guns has taken a while. I mean, I could ditch the small guns and go back to boilers, but it should be alright. And let's piss off Italy a little bit more. Yep. Because I think we've got enough time to build up our ships before getting into a fight. Would be nice if we were to conquer some of this empty territory here. Now, export garbage, sure, we'll sell you some of that. You know, conquer Romania or Serbia. I don't know how they always end up taking all that over. You know, it's still going all right. Induced. Alright, so this is what we want. We want induced boilers. We are going to focus on getting that, because that is important. And we're going to do that. We're just going to knock these out real quick, then we'll upgrade our ships. I think that's going to be good enough. Because induced makes a big difference. Go suck up to them for a little bit. Alright. Waiting. Alright, so small cruise ship was sunk. Not gonna do that. Yeah, let's go piss them off a little bit more. Oh, look, there we go. There's our boilers. Alright, so let's take you out of that, and 3-inch guns, yeah, let's go pump it into there. Now the rangefinders would be really nice also. We'll start working extra hard on that. Now unfortunately the more you specialize, the worse everything else is. But if we can get a better rangefinder, let's take you off. There we go. 8 months. There we go. That would be good. So this is what we're going to work on. Improve with Russia. And then we'll have just about everything we need to prepare our ships for the fight. Let's see here. More GDP. And now we'll do this. Because we can still piss off Italy some more anyway. Now I gotta watch my unrest. It's getting a little bit higher than I'd like. I don't know how high is too high with unrest. Okay. One more turn on the small guns, and then we'll shift fully to rangefinders. So we are coming along nicely with the tech, so that's good. Alright, they want us to... No, we're going to tell them to piss off. Alright, there we go. So now we've got more export garbage. Alright, so we're going to stop you. 3 more turns, we get the rangefinders we want, then we rebuild our ships. And what do we got here? I'm not too worried about that stuff. So Italy's getting a little mad at us. I don't want to fight them just how we are. We can always scale back a little bit. Now the hardest part once we get into the fight is going to be the initial battle, since our crews are basically untrained. And this is one of the trade-offs I often make, because training is expensive. So I save money by not training the crews, and then we get them combat training in the in live in live fighting. France. Oh, yeah, we'll piss off France a little bit. Portugal, these aren't really good cruisers, and they take too long to build. So Russia's happy with us. How's Germany doing? Germany's okay with us. I don't really care about those guys. Really don't want to get into a fight with China, but I don't care that much. So let's make Germany nicer. Alright. And 2 more months on the rangefinders. And then we are good to go with our upgrading ships. So that'll be kind of exciting. And then we have to build an invasion fleet so we can start taking over like Sicily. Nope. Let's keep doing more GDP, because I got plenty of naval money. Okay, make nice with Russia some more. Alright, so what else do we have that we can grab quickly? I could do the shells real quick in one turn. But then it makes rangefinders take 2 for turns, so I don't want that. So we're just going to do this. All right. All right, we have rangefinders. Export garbage? Sure, have some export garbage. Look at that profit. And not selling you the patrol ship. All right, so we are in pretty good shape. I would like to continue developing my engines and boilers. Although maybe I'll just go unfocused for a little bit. Turret mechanism. Maybe better turret traverse speed. That takes 1 month to knock out. And we'll do the we'll do one more turn for just better turret traverse speed. Doesn't matter that much, but I think that'll probably be worth it. All right. Export garbage. And then now we have, let's say, extra soft cap. It's not a bad high explosive shell. So we'll do 1 turn of this just to get that knocked out. Probably being a little bit greedy, but I might as well before we get into the fight. Alright, so Russia's already really happy with us. We'll make Italy a little bit more pissed. Alright, so here we go. So this Guardian battleship, let's go and upgrade you. So first off, these 9-inch guns are going to go away. And instead, we're going to have the 10-inch. Uh-oh. That's going to be a little problematic. Alright, so we're going to have to really rework this a little bit. Boom. Oh. Yeah, this is... We're going to take some of this stuff off. How did I get that on there before? Alright. So that fits, and then I gotta try and scooch. This gives them maximum fire. Alright, so we're gonna... Alright, so there's my 10-inch gun. So now that's good. And we're going to jack these up to 10.9 inch. And this is heavy. That's okay. We're going to take a lot of this stuff off. And we're going to upgrade the armor. We got induced boilers, which we don't necessarily need to, but we will. triple expansion. Alright, so this is a much better ship now. But I gotta be careful with... Alright, so now on the secondary guns, because these are Mark IIs, we're gonna use these guys, because these have a 2,500 meters, 5.9. These are much better. These are much better guns. Okay. And let's see if we can get you. Get this lined up here. Why are you not? There we go. So we got those. And I need to turn this around, and it is being a little laggy. There we go. Okay, so this is pretty good. I've got lots and lots of alright, so now I gotta offset the weight again. Let's see if I can do that with maybe some... There we go. Perfect. So that's much better. Go with rangefinder. So that's better. Let's just... There we go. Let's max that out. I've got a lot of engine efficiency. So can't really do much better than that yet. Alright, so that's what we're stuck with. I could put some casemate guns, but I don't think I really need them. Actually, should probably work on the inner deck. So this is not awful. It's perfectly balanced, and I've got lots of engine efficiency, which means I can speed it up later as I develop better technology. So this is probably as good as I'm going to get. I've got these 10-inch guns that are pretty nice. So this is where we're at. I got way more engine efficiency than I need, but that's fine. This is good. Oh, you know what I ought to do? I ought to go enhanced reloading. It's not perfect. I could try to improve the barbette a little bit. Do I still have 4.9-inch guns? Where do I have the 4.9-inch guns at? Oh, I got them right here. I don't want it there. But it's perfectly balanced. I don't want to redo my balance. So I'm going to leave it alone just because the ship is perfectly balanced. We're just going to call this good enough. And then on my patrol ship, I don't know if I should try to improve you or if I should just... If I were to try and improve you, if I were to go with better stuff, I can also increase the draught. Because I've got 4,500 now. I can also try to increase the beam, but I really want to go faster. Having a narrow beam makes it faster. This pitch is awful, though. At least the roll's not so bad. Alright, so... I could try and increase the range a little bit. Looks like we're stuck at 19 knots. Oh, I don't know why I didn't go to gun cotton, and I was stupid. I should have fixed the Guardian ships. I probably messed that up. Let's go for increased ammo and heavy. Yeah, I probably botched that a little bit, but it's balanced now. This is nice. Alright, so that's... This isn't awful. Alright, so this Guardian here, I really hate messing with it, but let's mess with it real quick. If I take the, I go to gun cotton, and I want to go to soft cap. I mean, we're still in pretty good shape. If I go to increased ammo capacity, I have to drop some tonnage, which that'll unbalance the ship. So we're just going to leave it like this, and I think this is probably okay. Still balanced, we got the better stuff. Yeah, this is okay. Alright, so now we're going to start refitting my ships while we piss off Italy, and then we will get into a fight. I also need to build more ships. But we'll refit these first. So this Guardian ship here, we are going to delete you, because you're not any good. Alright, so I have 30,000 tons worth of... So we can refit 3 of these. And this leaves me 3,000 tons. Yeah, this is gonna take 2 months. That's not bad. All right. So this gives me a little bit more time to develop some tech while I refit these ships, and then I need to build an invasion fleet to go after Italy. Russia still likes me. Make Germany like me more. And we're just going to... We're just going to generalize it. I think we're okay like this. We're just going to generalize my tech. Because I don't really need any of this in particular. Alright, submarines, no effect, or naval budget, or... So we can get more naval budget than we lose in GDP. Really don't want to kill my GDP, though. I think we're just going to not worry about it. Have some export garbage. So this should give me my ship should be ready. Then we'll upgrade the others. The invasion ships don't have to be as fast, they just have to be able to fight. In the past, I'd use them as just older ships. They don't need to hunt down enemy ships, they just have to be able to hold their own. So we got tonnage again. We'll go, where's Italy? Hello, Italy. We're going to go piss you off some more. And have some tons left. And I got enough I can do one more, barely maybe. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't kick me over. Oh, wow, we cut that close, didn't we? We sure cut that close. 2 months, all right. So, is Russia still good with me? We're still okay. Let's go. Make Germany happier. And one more turn on explosives, control stations. I don't care about that. So we're doing all right. But I am going to need an invasion fleet. So these guys are all done. We got plenty of money. And we have... Don't care about the gun layout or any of that. Alright, so we need a new ship that's going to be for blockading and invading enemy stuff. So we still have our battleship one, which is probably our best battleship. We'll call it invasion. What's the biggest we can make this? So we can just make this as big as we want. Doesn't have to go very far. Doesn't have to go very fast. Make it 16 knots maybe. Induced boilers. Alright. So this is as good as it's going to get. Let's give it as much armor as possible. Maybe don't need to have that much armor. Front tower, will that fit in here? It will. And we'll put minimal rear tower and 2 big funnels. Alright, so that takes care of all that. Then the barbettes, once again, we gotta do that. I would like to please damn it. Do that. There we go. Main guns. We're going to go with the 10-inch guns again. We can get it to stick on there. There we go. Make these the 10.9s. White powder, gun cotton, increased ammo, soft cap. Yeah, there we go. Get our barbette. Alright, so this is... There we go. And then we need to get another barbette here. Alright, so Mark II 2-inch guns. Oh, I got a message. Alright, gotta respond to that. Alright, so we're gonna take these 2-inch guns. Alright, so let's make these bigger. Alright. And then just kind of the standard. Those guns didn't like being positioned there very much. I gotta go fix this gun. There we go. There we go. Get all these in nice, happy spots. We could probably do without those. All right, so I've got plenty of guns, but I've got a big weight problem on the front. So we got to go jack up some back armor, and we're overweight. So this is going to be a little bit of a problem because the forward weight offsets too much. So we're just gonna take away those. I mean, it sort of sucks, but having good balance is better. We're going to mostly be running away from things anyway. Let's see here. Torpedoes. I'll put that there. Make you 6.9. 8.9. Alright, how much does this weigh? If it'll show me, please. That's 14 tons. I mean, so that helps a little bit. I mean, I would like to have more small guns up front, but let's go max out. There we go. You know, not perfectly balanced, but this is okay for an invasion ship. You know, it's heavy, it's slow, it's got lots of ammunition. I think this will be just peachy. And 16 knots isn't awful. This will be okay. This will be good enough. Alright, so we need to build some. I know I can definitely build 2 of these. The problem is I'm going to need a lot more than just 2 more ships, because I've got, what, about 66,000 tons of ships, and I need... Wow, these are a little pricey, aren't they? Alright, so... I've got 36,000 tons available. So I'll build 2 of these. And your port will be in Paula. That's going to take me a little while to build. 15 months. What boiler should we... Yeah, that's not bad. And I can't build another one of them. I don't have the tonnage. I could build a smaller ship. But I don't really have any good hulls that I'm really excited about. I mean, I could do an armored cruiser too. 4,500 tons though. It's not really... It's not really great. I probably ought to just bite the bullet, just keep building the battleships, because these smaller ships, unless I can get them fast, they're not really worth it. I can go with this Armored Cruiser 3, but I'm not hunting anything down. I do go with this Belted Cruiser. But I'm just not... I'm not feeling very excited about it. So... I think we're going to stick with the original plan. I mean, I could build more of those patrol ships, but just not... Just not feeling it. I need 4,500. Oh, and then I can go Armored Cruiser 3 right here. And this has better stability, honestly. I guess this has better resistance. It's just not really... It's not really great. If I were to put... Let's say I were to do this, like, normal... let's say I do something like this. There's enough room for 2 funnels inside. And I could do something like this, but Why is my pitch and roll 100%? That makes no... Do something like that, but now it's way too heavy, and the pitch and roll is completely off the charts. That's not going to work. Alright, well, I'm going to take a bit of a break, I think. So I'm going to rest for a little bit, grab something to make another cup of tea, run to the bathroom, and then I will continue the stream. So I'll be back in a little while, guys. I hope everybody's enjoying this. And I will see everybody in a little bit. Thank you and goodbye.